Hello, everybody, and welcome to Freedom Friday. We made it. Another week went by with energy. It's just off the chain, but it's getting better. We got some things to talk about in this reading, and there was a lot of energy that came through this reading. People are very confused at this point. It's a state of not realizing where you are and what you're doing. So, what we're going to do is we're going to start with a few. And then we're going to go into the reading and the clarifying cards and also the special message. So, and the special message was actually long today, so that was really cool. Now today is 5/9 of 2025, which is a 23, which goes down to a 5, and it is change. It's significant change. It signifies changes that are on the horizon, freedom and independence that comes with embracing change and new beginnings. That was the angel message. Okay. Uh, we are going to get going, and we're actually going to be able to read the 5 because that is the angel message. So that's the 5 is telling you, and that's today too. So I looked up the 5 with the angel messages, and that's what I received back. So we're going to start with the soul oracle, and this this is going to make you think a little bit. And I don't know how else to put it. It might be like you're in a stress-filled mode right now, like my glasses that are crooked. No, really, honestly, it's going to be like you're questioning yourself. Like, am I doing the right thing or am I not doing the right thing? And this is going to tell you how to get there. Now, I talked to my husband today and I was telling him that I have never felt so good about a spiritual movement as what I have went through. The dark night of the soul was the start of it, and that was releasing all the crap and baggage from the past. It's holding the beautiful memories within. It's taking the memories that taught us in and think about what we learned. It's just everything. It's like a reflection of your life. And right now we are in that mode because we are going through an evolution and we can't stop it. They've went through evolutions after evolutions and they've never been able to stop it. So we got a number 8, which is unity. Live in the world as a dreamer, create a future paradise. We were supposed to be creators. And how am I saying we were supposed to be creators? Because our creator, Father, Mother, and Son, the three holy ghosts or whatever they call them, uh, is getting within. It's going within. It's identifying who you really are. It's identifying how you feel inside. And actually, I feel amazing. I really feel so calm in my heart space that I know that I'm getting the right messages. You'll notice this is gonna drive me crazy. You'll notice that you'll feel like a cosmic butterfly, like you'll feel like you're not questioning things anymore because you're letting the answers come in through meditation or prayer, as you call it, whatever anybody wants to call it. Uh, it will help. It will help immensely. So, okay, here we go. The dreamers of this world are active creators of their own lives and futures in close touch with their imagination and inventiveness. A powerful creative potential awaits each of us when we tap into these aspects of ourselves. With its perfectly balanced energy, each daydream has the potential for fulfillment. There is no ego and no relentless desire, just the pure feeling of dreaming itself. Dreamers are deeply connected with their own magic, whether they are aware of it or not. When they dream, they let go of everything and enter a space where only magic exists. Keep your bold, brave, and beautiful dreams safe in your heart. They are worth more than all the riches of the world. Dream with every fiber of your being for the benefit of all living creatures. It is your mission, indeed, your responsibility to imagine in your dreams a world like a paradise. Dream a better world for us all. Such a world can ultimately only be created by those capable of imagining it. This is the ancient cosmic law of analogy, as within, so without. Only what is within us can be manifested in the outside world. Give your dreams and the images you see in your mind's eye even greater power by experiencing them more intensely so that they can guide you toward your potential. This card indicates that you are in a time in which dreams have more creative power than ever before. Your feelings and emotions are magic that will make your dreams come true more quickly. Make use of their light and give in to your dreams. Dream a paradise for all living things. Visualize it every day and intensify these dreams with the helper suggestion. The power animal for the next 21 days, the power animal is the otter. The herbal essence is sandalwood. The healing crystal is moquite marbles, and the number is 8. 8 is infinity. It is unity. It is all that and then some. 8 is a beautiful number. Most of our numbers are pretty good. Number 8 tells you that now is the time for harmony, calm, and a place of retreat. You have been given the gift of a light that opens your mind and delivers the strength to create something that will last for all time. Should you want it to do so, number 8's energy field opens up eternity for you. It is renewal, paradise, spirituality, calm, mindfulness, and the completion of transformation. That should make us feel all warm and butterfly because we have been going through a transformation. And this is how we need to think about it. Just like I said, I have never been so comfortable in my spiritual walk on this planet than I am right now. And I had to work on it. I mean, I literally had to work on it. It's like going back to earth school and knowing what was right and what was wrong and knowing what was true and what was false. And that's even more exciting because, you've always been asking, what's the truth? What's the truth? What's the truth? You'll know. When you get there, you'll know the truth. Now, we are going to do the Starseed Oracle because I know a lot of people have this going on right now. My parents passed away in February, both 7 days apart, and they weren't even married anymore. And it was really hard because those are the people that I went to all the time for help in my life because they loved me so much. And those are the ones you want to go to, the ones that love you and praise you and think you're something special because you are. And you shouldn't take any less than that. Weight of the world, boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. You don't need to carry it all. You're no good to anyone if you're running on empty and bogged down by the weight of the world. This card is a reminder to look after your own well-being before anyone else's, to stop carrying the world's problems on your shoulder, to put on your own oxygen mask first. In these changing times, it's hard not to feel overwhelmed by the state of the planet. However, you can't take on this problem from a place of energetic depletion. This card is thanking you for caring so much. You want to build a better world and ease the road for others, and that's incredible. But the way you've been doing it so is likely unsustainable. This isn't to say you should switch off to the world's problems and become unconscious. Rather, it's a call to establish clear boundaries. So you're not constantly taken out energetically. The planet needs you to be healthy, both physical and emotional. So instead of digesting the news or reaching for your phone as soon as you wake up, show up first. Do a nourishing practice such as meditation, soul inquiry, deep breathing, or exercise in nature. Once you're in a state of grace and your inner well is full, you can face the day, the state of the world, and care for others And at the day's end, take an energetic shower by emptying out anything that's not yours to carry. You can pick it up again the next morning if you so choose, but give yourself time and space to rejuvenate and rest. This is a question that we need to ask ourselves. What are you carrying that isn't even yours? I think a lot of us carry a lot of things that aren't ours. We have family, we have boundaries, we have friends, we have all of it. And sometimes it is that overwhelming feeling, as people would say, Calgon, take me away. They knew back then that a bath would be water is very refreshing and peaceful. So I really am going to say, really listen to this reading because this is a collective and there's a lot of messages. I actually had so many messages that I didn't have to. Source didn't want me to pick up all the cards. He didn't want me to do all the decks. They just said do this. I said okay, and I stopped. So we are going to go to the where to go, where to go. Okay, we're going into the Messenger Oracle, and this was a very interesting way this came out. Um, Focus and then act. And she's got the horse, the black horse. Look at the energy coming out of that sword. She is focused and she's ready to act. There is something you want or need to make manifest. But to make your dreams a reality, you must focus your will upon that desire and do what needs to be done. Prayer alone will not give you that which you desire. There are things that you must do in order to have your hopes realized. Now is not the time for stillness or passivity. Now is the time to focus your will, your thoughts, and emotions, and to get up and take the necessary steps. That is a perfect saying for right now, for feeling that we got to get focused. We got to get focused in our life, because it's going to be amazing if we focus on it, meditate on it, manifest it. We can manifest. I have manifested everything, like a huge list, and I'm going to start more. And it's not crazy manifest. It's just things that I want to practice manifesting in my world. And it's fun. So you'll like it once you get going on it. Now, do not fear the unknown. The ugly is not always bad and evil, and the beautiful not always good and just. Failure is not predetermined, nor is it a given that others laugh at you if you choose to follow your dreams. It is your fear of the unknown that makes you question and judge. Do not let another experience be the truth that guides you. Do not allow your fear of an unknown outcome to hold you prisoner. Your own experience could be both different and rewarding. Live. A lot of the times, and this one's interesting. This one's blind. Look at the eyes and the bells and the feathers. It just feels, and the jewel on the head. It's the sound. It's the feeling. It's the unknown that they're going into because they're blind. We go into the unknown with vision, and then we look at ourselves like we're really stupid for doing that. But this one can't. It's they're blind. And a lot of us fear the unknown. So we got to really think about that. We've got a lot of fear factor people out there right now, trying to scare the shit out of everybody for their spiritual quest or their religion or whatever you want to call it. Um, I have a problem with man rewriting a book that was supposedly our creator to tell us not to fear, and then every other chapter is fear-based. So yeah, I'm kind of on the uppity about, because people that are in the church scenario, and it's nothing, I have people that go to church, there's nothing against them, it's just not me. It's just I don't have to go to somebody yelling and screaming on the podium to tell me what I'm feeling inside or what I need to feel inside, because we are co-creators with our creator. You were born to create. There it is, right there, the egg. Look at the black egg coming to life, energy, the energy of the moment. And the unknown, it's a dragon, so it should scare the crap out of you, but that you don't need to fear. The dragon is there to protect the egg, not hurt you. You were born to create. You were blessed with the ability to create with thought, intention, and emotion and action. Be conscious of your power and aware of what your actions and reactions create within and around you. Cherish this gift and use it in both a wise and productive manner. Create beauty and inspire a desire within others to do the same. Create a future that both fulfills and delights. Do what you were born to do. We are not born to just sit there and let somebody else tell us how we need to walk, how we need to talk, and how we need to be with our creator. That's not working anymore. We are beyond that. Now, this is the new Mystic Forest Oracle that I got. That's front. We got three of these. So we are going to go over them because it's a perfect thing for our creator to say. Life is meant to be simple and easy. Don't let superficial energies distract you from your true essence. Simplicity and purity will lift your spirit. Simple life. She's reading, she's educating, she's getting knowledge of what she wants to get knowledge of. And she's got the energy just pouring out around her. So she is at that simple part in her life, just enjoying reading and researching and finding her own way, because her way is unique as all of us are unique. And we got to rejuvenate yourself. Know your limits and allow them to guide you. Limitations can teach you to take better care of yourself, and you have full permission to rest and say no. And she is just like, I mean, you can see her meditating and just getting it all and feeling it all. Spirit of life, remember you are never alone. The spirit of life is within you. The world takes care of you. Allow yourself to rest in the realization and feel the lightness to you. This is really beautiful. She is playing a horn, and there is, looks like a child flying around her, like, and they've got wings. We do have angel messages today, so always feel that your angels are around you, with you, and helping you. Uh, we got a number. This is my other new, we got a 22, which is a master number. Archangel Gabriel. I invite Archangel Gabriel to bring hope and intuition into my life. Look at that. That is a beautiful card. See, that's what we need to look for. We need to look for our angels and our creator and our mother and our creation to say, wake up. And they are waking us up slowly but surely. Now, we're going to go into the tarot reading. I don't know if, yeah, I think we do need to read these, and then we'll go into the tarot reading. All right. This is Intuitive Whisper Oracle that wanted to come out and play. And we got another 22. Whoa, I did not look up that meaning. So you might want to look up 222 2 2, that's another message. Your mind, your body, and your soul. Who are you? This question is at the center of spiritual inquiry. You may not know exactly who you are, and that's okay. In fact, it's good to be curious. This card is drawing you back to yourself to remind you that you have been created in this mind, body, and soul for a reason. Remember that you are exactly where and who you are supposed to be. Your work is to align all parts of yourself so that this divinely created being, you, is living your life to your fullest potential. Be gentle and kind to yourself. Open the connections between your mind, body, and soul so that you begin to feel whole again. Start a yoga practice. Whether you are new to yoga or have an experienced practice, this card is here to guide you to the mat. The word yoga means union, bringing your mind, body, and spirit back together. And through practicing yoga, you will begin to feel this. Allow this practice of breath and movement to reconnect you to all aspects of yourself. You will then find it easier to listen to the whispers of your intuition. I just love that card. And she has so much energy coming out of her, and it looks so beautiful and peaceful where she is. That's what we all want. We want the peace, we want the beauty, we want the relaxation. We want to know that we're on the right path. We got 26, which is an 8, unity, trust yourself. And it's got the wise owl with a third eye and the hearts. Trust is not given, it's earned. This applies to other people, but also to yourself. Do you trust that you will make the right choices for yourself? Do you trust that you will guide yourself away from trouble and onto the right path? If there is even a small doubt, let's work on earning back your full trust. Ultimately, no one knows you better than you know yourself. So you must strengthen your internal trust to feel empowered in the world. What does trust really mean to you? Safety, truth telling, etc. When you learn your own definition of trust, you can then begin to build on it. By trusting yourself, it is much easier to trust the world around you. Trust is a practice of truth telling, and when you turn that practice inward, it also becomes a practice of getting to know yourself better. Ask yourself these questions. What do I trust most in the world? Why do I trust that person? How does how does trust make me feel? How can I trust myself more fully? Uh, I trust myself more than I trust anybody else. I am not going to put my trust in anyone because that will break your heart. It will hurt you. And it's not going to be the same because everybody's different. So you need to trust in yourself, the small, still voices of our creator within, because this says your mind, your body, and your soul. But guess what? You're a soul in a body. So we got to remember that. The soul is the one that picked the body. So yeah, the soul is dragging our little avatar around as we destruct our little avatar in the 3D world of eating good, not good, and being cranky all the time or something. That's our world at this point. That's the 3D living, and we're getting out of it, and it's hard. We're used to that. Oh boy, the Magic Spirit Oracle wanted to come out. The Forbidden Forest, number 35, which is an 8. Today is like a unity day. It's Freedom Friday. You are so brave to keep on going the way you do. The Forbidden Forest, bravery, persistence, and redemption. She, look, she's going to go for it. She's going to go into the unknown, which we all should do, because if we ever don't get into the unknown, we'll never know what it's like. We'll never know what we're missing if we just stay stationary. I am healing and redeeming the lost parts of my soul. Ooh, I like this. The brave one. She who persists even when her heart is aching and she feels she cannot make it. Through this day, she has traveled long and deep and grown tired. And rightfully so, in that dark and forbidden forest, the place, it is said, where you might not survive, the place they say that if you go to you must return to it again to retrieve your soul. This card represents the hero who chooses to continue on their journey, not half-heartedly, but with devotion and reverence. That part of the journey that nearly causes you to lose your soul or something essentially to your being for good, and then having to return to retrieve it. Doing the same hard thing not once, but twice is not easy to do, even if it's just reimagining it in our head and heart. It still activates the same old wounds, pain, and story. The brave one recognizes that to go on as her fullest and highest self, she must return to the forbidden forest to retrieve and resurrect her soul. This means facing the dragon, taming it, and eventually befriending it. If she does this successfully, she will unlock greater power, magic, and healing within. It will be a redemption and because a significant point in your journey. Pulling the Forbidden Forest card can be a positive affirmation that you are in the active process of this journey, that you are indeed being brave like the hero. You're earning the inner and outer gifts you so rightfully deserve. Alternatively, this card can be a sign that you may need to return to the Forbidden Forest to heal, retrieve, or resurrect something of yours. Is there anything you have been suppressing or resisting? You may be at a point where it's time, even if you need to ask others for help. That is brave too. Every hero needs a little ally. This will help you manifest. Start some manifestation and always be grateful. I've been putting how much I'm grateful. And sometimes that day I don't feel grateful, but I'm still putting it in because you got to hang on to the gratitude. This may be a good time to do a journal session, self-guided meditation with instrument music in the background, or even seek counsel with a loved one or therapist if you feel called to. Imagine returning to the forbidden forest to retrieve and heal a lost piece of yourself. Visualize it in detail, walking through the woods. What do you find there? A messenger, a wound, your soul, a memory, your higher self. Allow your inner vision to manifest through you. Ask your spirit guides and ancestors for insight. We're alive and we're here for a reason. There's a reason to the season. And that's kind of interesting the way that's said, because the cards, basically the oracle reading, said the same thing. I am the divine flow and move in alignment, yin and yang, unity, balance, energy, manifestation. That's what we need to count. That's what we need to really think about, because when all this is over and we don't have to worry about everything, it's going to feel a little alienation, like you're so relaxed you don't want to deal with stuff. So we got to be careful with that because we still have to deal with things. I am balanced and in divine alignment. Both your feminine and masculine natures are incredibly powerful. However, when they are merged, you become a force to be reckoned with. You cultivate a mystical effect in your life where everything seems to flow in your favor. You become a match with the divine, which holds both polarities in harmonious balance. This is ultimate power. Do not underestimate or neglect either side of this coin. However, right now you are being called to embrace one side a bit more than the other. You are being asked to find your power in a place where you least expect it, a place you have never gone looking for it. In ancient Chinese philosophy, it is said that when an individual's yin and yang have been separated or out of balance for too long, the individual loses their ability to create. A period of stagnation settles into their life and spirit. Do you feel you are out of touch with your feminine yin moon side? This includes intuition, surrendering, softness, and receptivity. It also includes being imaginative, relaxed, open, flexible, nurturing, and introspective. Or maybe with your masculine yang sun side, this includes action, discipline, and structure. It also includes seeking and being productive, logical, excited, hard, unwavering, and extroverted. Experiment and explore different sides of yourself, especially those you feel unfamiliar with. What are you resisting? Lean into these sides with curiosity. Approach your love life, career, ambition, creativity, or routine a new way. Watch them expand and evolve. Practice embracing a different type of energy. Research feminine versus masculine energy characteristics. We pretty much know the masculine is the strength and the feminine is the compassion, the heart. So we pretty much know that, and I think we need to decipher it though, because we all have a part on this creation. Well, now that was just to get us into this reading. The reading is very interesting. A lot of cards came out. Although it is Freedom Fridays, we should have known that. The first card that we got was a number 36. It's commitment, and that's interesting how we're talking about manifestation and within, because you have to have the commitment. 3-6, that's a 9. 9 always goes into itself. A true commitment is a responsibility of the heart, mind, body, and soul. This is a good time to make one. Partnerships formed at this time are harmonious and powerful. The commitment card also indicates the natural evolution of a relationship from its inception to a literal or more metaphorical marriage. At the very least, there is a promise of fulfillment in some form. However, you must be conscious of what you're committing to. Be clear about the nature of your commitment and your responsibility to it. Others are more willing to enter into partnerships at this time. Remember that your partnership with spirit and the highest version of your own self will engage the highest self in another. That's pretty interesting because, yeah, when you're in a good mood, people around you seem to get cheered up a little bit. But when you're in bad mood, you can feel the energy draining from your body because that's what's happening. They're taking the energy away from you because it's just draining. Now, the commitment card, the clarifier was the Hierophant, and that's a number 5. We're all about fives today, I guess. Tradition, social group, conventionality, conformity, education, knowledge, beliefs. To see the Hierophant in a reading is a spiritual search for meaning. Focus on improving moral qualities. Perhaps the path of a wise teacher or an artificial teacher will come to help you in your spiritual search. The Hierophant card suggests that it's better for you to follow social structures which are established and have their own tradition. You might be involved in certain ceremonies, rituals, and other religious trappings. For instance, rebellion, unconventional, nonconformity, new methods, and ignorance. We've got to be really careful. Yes, we are programmed to this world by what they wanted to program us with. But now that we're stepping out of the programming and seeing what we really are, it's gonna be really different. It's gonna feel foreign for a while, but it'll be okay. We got a 20, and 20 was reversed, which is interesting because it's flying. When you see the flying card reversed, it is a gentle reminder that there are times to take flight and times to remain grounded. And for now, you must avoid overreaching. There is still work to be done before you earn your wings. Be patient. What you seek will not be out of reach forever. Remember the story of Arcas in Greek mythology, whose wax made wings, and overconfidence brought him too close to the sun. He perished because he didn't realize his limitations. Humility is a great power, and now you must exercise it. Doing too much, too fast, too soon only serves to prevent a beautiful flight later on. People get really impatient. There's a lot of impatience in this world, and we have to be careful with that because when you're impatient, you miss things. You're just looking at the picture and saying, please get over it, and I'm done with it, and you're not getting anything. So we have to be careful with that. Now, we did get the magician reversed. So there is a blockage. I mean, manipulation, cunning, trickery, wasted talent, illusion, deception. Consider whether the reverse magician is in your circle or whether it might represent your current state of emotions. It may indicate that you are becoming obsessed with power, which could lead to wrong and reckless decisions, eventually leading you to a downfall. Yeah, when you obtain the magician reversed, it might mean it's time for you to implement some changes. While right side up, the magician represents true power, the reverse magician is a master of illusion. Uh, Wasted talent, wasted time on something that is not worth that. And that's what that card is saying. What are you wasting your time on when you could be building and creating the you that you want to build in this Garden of Eden? You know, you have to be uh, a beautiful soul too. I mean, we have to work on that before we get to beauty. Beauty's going to come, but it's in the background a little bit. Because we got rescue in number 16, which is a 7. You are always safe and secure and free to be yourself. Asking for help isn't easy for many successful people. However, that's what you need to do now as you expand your life. If you find yourself troubled, you can expect help with whatever issue is at hand now. You need only ask and assist will come your way. The most important support you can expect is from spirit. Get into a right relationship with the divine, and you'll see that many conditions line up as if by magic to provide you with all the help you need. Ask and you will receive. There is no need to fear. Safety is a place within. Yeah, it is a place within. It's like this right here. This picture is showing you that there's someone looking in the telescope. It's got like a tower up there. It's a cliff and it's out on a rock by yourself. That is the best place to get in touch with yourself. She feels like she needs to be rescued. She's in the unknown, he or she. But really, this is their time to rescue themselves and pull them out of that lonely pod that they've created themselves. And the clarifier with that was the world. And the world was reversed. She's basically laying there in the grass in all of nature, but she's looking from the feet down. It's like lack of closure, lack of achievement, feeling incomplete, emptiness. You may have achieved many things, but you feel a sense of emptiness or dissatisfaction. You have all the pieces, but they don't seem to fit together in a meaningful way. You may be feeling increasingly tempted to give up on what you have started and leave things unfinished. Perhaps you are resisting to change, feeling that you are not yet ready for the new experience. I see a lot of us resisting change. I see a lot of us wanting to stay in the old world of illusion, and we've got to be careful with that because it is an old world, and we are starting to get away from that. Now, this was the special message. We are going to go into that because we did have a few come up, and they are, let's just say, needed. This was the first one to come out, and it is the 5 of air. The air, it flows through the air, the deep breathing, the outside world, just being within. It gives you time to breathe. A conflict between reality and belief. You see, she is taking off the mask, but she still has a blindfold on. So even though she's showing her true self, she still is wearing a mask because she doesn't want to see it. A time for honesty, let go of illusion and pretense. Face a painful reality. You are not alone. Advice and constructive criticism are not a personal attack. Drop the mask, reveal your true self, forgive others for wearing their mask. It represents a conflict between what is real and what is believed. It addresses the need to be honest and the courage to let go of a self-deception that is being held onto in order to hide and protect from a painful reality. Yeah, this is interesting the way it come out. And she does have the white feathers, which is our guardian angel, which we did get the angel card. A lot of us will take the mask off and we'll go out, but we don't want to see the craziness around us. So we keep the blindfold on, but really that's blocking our view. So we got to look at it that way. What are we putting the blindfold on and why do we feel that way? You got to ask yourself this. I mean, we got a lot of fives today. Five was a really big angel message day. And I vote after this, you go meditate and see what you get. Because creator, if you let the creator and your ancestors and your spirit guides come through, you will see which way you need to go in life. You will feel it. The world needs you. Five of Cups, and Five of Cups came in reverse again. Got a lot of reverses today. Acceptance, moving on, finding peace, contentment, seeing positives. There is already light at the end of the tunnel, and you are already on your way to recovery from past wounds and losses. Someone you knew in the past may rekindle your hope for the future, and an old friend may reappear in your life. The Five of Cups reversed card tells the current that they cannot change the past, but soon they will gain a deeper understanding of what happened. It's important to practice self-forgiveness. Yeah, we can't walk around blaming the world, blaming our parents, blaming our grandparents for everything that's went on. It's everybody's fault. It's even our fault because they indoctrinated us into the baloney they're dealing with. And now, luckily, we're more of a spiritual and not like a biblical place, and we can see things better. We don't judge. Biblical usually judges. You will see so many people think that even though they sinned, their sin isn't as bad as your sin, and da 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 da. Not true. Okay, there is the only sin that is your choice. Nobody can force you. It's your choice. Okay, now we got a couple more, and then this was a good Freedom Friday. I mean, everything came through the way it needed. Now we had air, now we have earth, and we have the Queen of Earth, and that's a 13, which is 4. Touch, connect, and create with your hands. Be supportive and nurturing. Seek out a motherly role model and need for wise and honest counsel. Kindness is required. You are loved and supported. Mother, do not smother. Share the responsibilities. She symbolizes a real authentic mother personality. She is larger than life and possesses an abundant and generous and grounded nature. She's realistic, but also sees magic everywhere. She's an earth mother who spends a great deal of time covered in soil, and it is not known for her to walk around obvious to the leaves and twigs in her hair. My husband must be the earth king. He's always playing in with we just bought a bunch of new flowers. He's been planting it. The yard looks beautiful. So we got the air and then we got the earth. So the air is blowing us towards the earth. We're grounded. And are we getting grounded? Well, we got the clarifier for that. And we got a lot of swords. That was the 9 of swords. And you know, swords aren't the greatest. Fear, anxiety, negativity, breaking point, despair, nightmares, isolation. The Nine of Swords represents anxiety, worry, and limited beliefs. The asker may be experiencing sleepless nights over a situation or could be in a period of depression. The Nine of Swords reveals that we have the power to make a change in our mindset. The asker is encouraged to reach out for support and examine the root cause of their feelings. The situation is not as bad as it appears, and things will soon improve. Um, she's crying, she's got the light around her, but we all have those crying moments. And let it loose, let it go, because that's a lot. When you get grounded and you start reflecting on things, you can have depressing moments. So just take them and kind of get out of them and flow away from them and see what they're teaching you. The best part is, what are they teaching you? Okay, now we got the water counselor, and it's a number 12. It's a 3. It's the divine. It's a divine message, which we know all of mine is. And the counselor. So this is interesting. We got take off the mask, be yourself. We got the queen, the earth mother, and we got the counselor. What could be better than that? I love it. A time of question and mixed emotions. Look beyond the words to the emotions. Mix or confuse emotions. Listen, listen, hear, hear. Seek objective counsel, an emotionally complex situation, a lack of empathy, an opportunity for understanding, be receptive, not rejecting, or feeling preventing and resolution. The counselor represents one who stands high, an elder, advisor, or wise man or woman, whom the king or queen calls upon to discuss their feelings regarding a situation or experience of concern. She or he is someone who is trusted. They are a caring, compassionate person who will listen attentively, only interrupt the flow to ask a question if there is needed. Once the tale is told, counselor offers her thoughts in an objective manner. Her role is not to give instruction, but to present alternatives and insight that will help the seeker understand and thoughts and feelings that may be clouding their judgment. Yeah, feelings and thoughts can always cloud our judgment. So we had so much come through here in this message. And with the counselor, we got the Four of Swords. Like I said, we got a lot of swords. So we know that there's some things that we need to do. And this one is upside down. He is riding in the water upside down. Recovery, awakening, re-entering world, release from isolation, resentless, burnout. The reverse Four of Swords, much like the upright meaning, is a sign that the asker needs to take time off to rest and recharge. They have been experiencing frantic energy and may be feeling very stressed, anxious, or overwhelmed. This card reminds us that we are of no service to anyone if we are running on empty. The asker is encouraged to take a moment to step back from their daily life by planning a weekend getaway or incorporating mindless practice in their routine. Uh, we got one more card, and this card is going to tell you basically put a candle on the cake of today and finale, and you got a 0. We got choices. It's all up to us. We are taking off the mask, but we're still in the blindfold session. We're looking at the earth and we are crying because we're lonely and we're not listening. And then we got the counselor, which is going to give you good advice, but then you got the reverse card, which is holding you back because it's your choice. Choice card, choice creates reality. Belief is a choice. Inaction is a choice. The choice is yours. Determine your direction. The past has influence. Choice offers reward or consequences. And in the moment exists an opportunity, an opportunity to create or transform your future. You stand at the crossroads. The past is behind you and the future lies ahead. Now is the time to take control of your life and determine the direction you wish to take. Be both mindful of the responsibility for the choices you make in the present. Take note of how your relationship, beliefs, and emotional state are influencing you? Do you seek opportunity and option available to you in abundance? So that's what that is. This is all choice. It's the choice that I read the cards today. It's the choice you went to work. It's the choice you went out on a vacation. Yeah. So when we are wallowing in our crying and this and that, we choose to do that. Uh, Nobody's stopping us. So I think this was an amazing reading. It was really long, but I really think that the energies out there are really getting crazy, and we all really need to do some meditation. Stick with the meditation and clear your mind of things, and you'll see things better. Well, that's that. And you know what? I love everybody. May every step in your journey be magical. Just be you.